Hey everybody, you know who it is. This is Patrick, aka the Blessed Broker from Blessed Properties. Welcome to another episode of Mentor Monday. Glad you guys could tune in and sit with me just for a few minutes here tonight. Last week I talked about um, advice versus hard lessons. I told you my good friend John Brim. We were having a discussion, and he was sharing with me how primarily people learn life lessons, and it was he said it was either through advice or hard lessons, learning from mistakes. And there is room and place for mistakes to be made and lessons to be learned from mistakes. But I really think that the way to go is by learning from advice. There have and always will be people that have done what we're trying to do uh, previously. They've got the T-shirt, they've been there, and they've done that. And we kind of talked about kids last week. I used that example of children, of teenagers, how they don't think their parents have ever been their age before. And I don't know why that is. And I know it's not just my kids. It's got to be your kids too that don't think that you have gone through some of the same things that they are going through right now through high school or whatever, with relationships with their little boyfriends or girlfriends and their friends. Um, and that's kind of crazy to me. But hey, it is what it is, and we're parents, and we have to stick with them and get them through it one way or the other. If they don't want the advice, then we have to kind of step back and let them learn by those hard lessons that they will eventually learn. But this week I want to talk about that. But uh, traveling. Let me say it like this: traveling. When I travel to a different city or a different state that I haven't been to before, I use my GPS. I use Waze. And the good thing about Waze, I love Waze because it's social. Waze is a social GPS platform. So with it being social, it means that people are communicating with one another, sharing information about the conditions on the road ahead. If there's a hazard on the road, if there is a police ahead, if the police is visible, if he's hidden, if there is an item on the road, if there's a car stopped on the shoulder. Ways, by social being a social platform, people that have traveled the same direction that I'm traveling, on the same roadway that I'm traveling, that have gone ahead of me, they're letting me know the condition of the road ahead that I am about to travel. So, such is life. So, teenagers, if you're listening to this, if your parents are sharing this with you, think about that. Your mom, your dad, they have been there before. They've done that before. They've had their heart broken by a boyfriend or a girlfriend. They've had friends to, as the Bible says, despitefully use them and talk about them behind their backs, and they've been betrayed by friends. All these things that you are going through right now or have gone through, yeah, your mom and dad, they've been through that same thing. Trust and believe. They can tell you about it if you would sit and listen. Let them be your Waze. Let them be your GPS. Let them guide you through these things. You know, you don't have to go through it alone. And just like Waze is a social platform where people that have traveled the same road that you're on right now are communicating with you as you're coming forward, your parents, they can do that for you. But you have to communicate. You got to let them know what's going on. And you have to be willing to listen to what's going on. So think about that. You know, that's pretty cool that you have somebody right there with you that has been through the same exact thing that you're going through that can help you with it. Now let's switch it over. But same thing. Entrepreneurs, business owners. I love entrepreneurs. I love business owners. I love people that take the vision that God has given them, the gift that God has given them, and decide to use it to serve other people. And when you serve other people, when you take care of other people, you know, like I tell my realtors here, take care of people and the money will come. You don't have to have what we call commission breath. People spot that a mile away when they notice that you see them only as a paycheck. So that's first. If you are in business just to make money and not to serve people, you may need to reevaluate that. You may need to flip that around or just get out of business altogether, because I really don't think it's going to work. When you are in business, you have to have a heart to serve. But that's another Mentor Monday, so I'm going to park that right there. But what I want to say to business owners, to entrepreneurs, again, just like the kids, there has been someone else that has done and is doing what you are starting out to do. Seek those people. Get that advice from them. Learn what they know, and that will expedite your time and help you. Where you know, when you try and do it on your own and you don't communicate with people, it takes a much longer time to reach your goals. It takes a much longer time to get to where they are, you know? So think about that. There are more people out there like me that like to share information, that like to share the knowledge that we have. Not that we know everything, not that what we did may work exactly for you the way that it worked for us, but it's a good idea. It's a good start point versus a zero start point. You know, it puts you ahead of the game a little bit. So think about that. Ways, you know, that's what advice is to me. It's like Waze, you know, with people that have traveled ahead of us communicating back to us the condition of the road that we're about to travel, that they have already traveled. So think about that. Think about that. Saved me a lot of tickets. You too. All right, guys, I'm not going to waste any more of your time. Well, I hope I didn't waste your time at all, but I'm not going to take up any more of your time. I'm going to let you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. If you got any comments, you know, hit me up. Let me know what you think. Talk to me. All right. Bye.